everyone and welcome back to F1 2016 Career Mode. It's part 6, the Monaco Grand Prix. You can see there's teams which have bought development upgrades to their cars. Manor, Williams I think is another one. They've bought upgrades to this race. So we're here in the track acclimatization test, which was a little bit tricky I think, but we do manage to get purple, is it? No, only green. Only green this time. The first time we haven't got purple on the track acclimatization test. Monaco on F1 2015 was by far and away my worst track, just by far and away. So we'll see how we go this weekend as we fail the tyre wear test as per blooming usual. And now we are on our qualifying pace run on the ultra soft tyres, and I'm not going to lie, on the ultra soft tyres this car came alive. It really did. I mean, we definitely, the grip and the pace that we had was really good on the ultra soft tyres, although our qualifying pace test doesn't quite reflect it, but we do go green on it. Now in FP2, FP2 we did our qualifying pace test, and as we were doing a bit of a long run, we may have binned it in the wall at the swimming pool. So that could have gone better. However, these are all the resource points we've collated at the end of our practice, and we've now upgraded our engine, the second engine upgrade. It's our session goal.
Hi, just letting you know that we've had the team's expectations through for the upcoming qualifying session.
So yeah, beat Rosberg, beat Ricciardo, and I think that's his 5th or higher, so even 5th around Monaco might be a stretch for us. We'll see how it goes, but as I said, we have now bought the engine upgrade, and that will be coming for the Canadian Grand Prix. Anyway, we got through Q1 with ease. We're now going about our business at the end of Q2. We are using ultra softs, not the super softs, because the pace differential is just huge here. And we top the session. That only puts us 4th though in the end. And look at the times from the Mercedes. They're in the 1:13s. Vettel absolutely flying in the low 14s as well. But we are ahead of Ricciardo. So maybe that's something we can take going into the race, I suppose, that we were quicker than Daniel Ricciardo's. We've now got Q3 to come up. So it's going to be interesting. Over a single lap, my single lap pace has been really good at Monaco this weekend, so we'll see what we can do. In terms of race pace, not very good, especially from practice, but we'll just see how we go. This is at the end of Q3. We've gone purple in the first sector, purple in the middle sector as well. Are we going to take a sensational pole position around the streets of Monaco? Rascasse, we've actually had a decent run through Rascasse, a corner we struggled at all weekend. We've run a little bit wide through Anthony Noakes though. As we come up to the line at the moment, we're sat in P3. We come across the line. What do? Where are we on the grid? We've taken pole. We have taken pole position for the Monaco Grand Prix. And honestly, guys, I am speechless. When I did this lap, I was absolutely speechless. Monaco, which was my worst track, all my mates would tell you, Monaco. I suck at Monaco, and to get pole on Legend AI is incredible. But what we must remember is Vettel, Hamilton, and Rosberg all went slower in Q3 than they did. All went slower in Q3 than Q2, whereas we actually found 0.2 of a second in Q3. So I'd say that's more as us finding time as everyone else lost time. So we don't legitimately have pole position on pure pace, because we know the Mercedes can do 13s. We never managed to get into the 13s. But despite this, in terms of the rivalry, Rosberg actually beat us in terms of fastest lap, because it's not Q3, it's the whole of qualifying. And that's the same with the sector times as well. So Rosberg is only 2 points away from clinching the rivalry, and even if he DNF'd, he will probably still beat us in the rivalry, which sucks a little bit, to be brutally honest. So we're looking like we are going to lose that rivalry to Nico Rosberg. In terms of the driver position, this is going to put us firmly in the purple, even though we can't go further into the purple. So that's good. Here's our race goals.
Hi, it's Emma here. Just wanted to let you know what the team are hoping for in the race.
So yeah, podium, beat Rosberg, beat Ricciardo, finish 6th in the driver's standings. I think the driver's standings one should be easy, but it's time to go now to the Monaco Grand Prix.
Take a deep breath and enjoy the moment. It's a very special time of the season once again, as we prepare for racing here this afternoon. There's no better test of driver, no more prestigious race to win, no bigger an occasion than the Monaco Grand Prix. The astonishing Circuit de Monaco is, for all intents and purposes, virtually unchanged since its inaugural race back in 1929. The faster cars of today, though, ensure the 19 corners past the casino and along the seafront remain as thrilling as ever. A 2.1-mile lap here takes us around an entire country, yet never more than inches from the race-ending barriers.
Okay, it's a short run to Saint-Devant, and you know what Monaco's like, so try to defend this lead.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. It's Red Bull in pole position then, and starting alongside in P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking down the rest of the grid we have Rosberg, Ricciardo, Kimi Raikkonen and Massa, Kvyat, Hamilton, Bottas and Carlos Sainz, Alonso, Hülkenberg, Pascal Wehrlein and Button, Perez, Haryanto, Marcus Ericsson and Kevin Magnussen, Grosjean and Gutierrez, Felipe Nasser and Jolyon Palmer rounds off the grid.
So here we are now for the Monaco Grand Prix. It's going to be a one-stop, and we are going to take a lap's worth of fuel out of the car as well, because this is not a track where we're going to run rich mix that much. It's going to be dry as well for the race. That's good to know. In terms of our projected tyre management, rather than the recommended, it says softs instead of super softs. But we'll tackle that, Cliff, as we come to it. First, we've got to get to the pit stop and not bin it in the barriers like we did in FP2. So here we are starting the formation lap, and for the first time on F1 2016 the formation lap didn't actually go to plan. As you'd have seen in the rest of this career mode series, I like to back the pack up as best I can, and I actually get removed from the formation lap at the swimming pool for going too slowly and for illegal blocking. So we've actually got removed from the formation lap, which isn't going to help us out at all, as we've now got 5 red lights. Dump the clutch and away we go, and once again we've had a lightning start in this 2016 F1 season as we head down into Saint-Devant. We lead the pack from Nico Rosberg, who's jumped Sebastian Vettel down into turn 1 as we head over the top of Massenet up towards Casino Square. It's us from Rosberg, from the Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel. And what can we do now? We have the lead. All we need to do is run our own race, park the bus and drive how we want to drive, as we now on lap 7, cutting all the way to lap 7 in fact, because not a lot really happened. We're coming through the swimming pool chicane now. Rosberg and Vettel have really started to catch us up now, as I do need to apologise actually for having no replays of the start. I forgot to get replays of the start, so we have no start replays, so I really do apologise for that. There are other replay cameras, as you can see now on the cinematics going. You can see the train that we're starting to hold up now on lap 10, the start of lap 11 as we're heading down the main straight in towards Saint-Devant. Rosberg's on our outside going into Saint-Devant. He can't hang it around the outside though, and we hang on to the lead as we head up the hill over the top of Massenet and into Casino Square. But we are under a lot of pressure, and we've gone wide through the start of Casino Square, and Rosberg's on our outside now as we head down towards Mirabeau. This is like Spain all over again, side by side with Nico Rosberg. We hang him out to dry at Mirabeau though as we head down into towards the Lowe's hairpin, and Rosberg stuck his nose up the inside right at the apex at Lowe's, and he spun around, and we've got to see a replay of this. On board with Vettel, Rosberg gets hung out to dry in Mirabeau and then gets hit by Vettel, goes up the inside into the Lowe's hairpin and makes an absolute car park of it, and that brings out the virtual safety car. We've seen it for the first time since the Russian Grand Prix. The VSC is back out, but what a clumsy move from Rosberg, as now at the end of lap 13 the VSC has now decided to go in. It's so hard to get when the VSC is ending to actually get it right in terms of the delta, but as you can see we're returning to racing speed now, so there's nothing to worry. It's now on lap 14. We're under pressure from Vettel going over the top of Massenet into Casino Square. He's made the same move Rosberg has, but he's further, if not more ahead and more alongside than Rosberg was as we go down towards Mirabeau. He's going to try and hang it around the outside. He learns from Rosberg's lesson and sticks in single file as we go into the Lowe's hairpin. Now at the end of lap 15, Hamilton and Ricciardo have already pit. They've got the undercut, so we're going to we're going to copy them now as we come into the pit lane now at the end of lap 15. Rosberg and Vettel follow us in. Rosberg, in fact, got back past Sebastian Vettel in all of that melee. And swinging the speed, getting the speed limiter right into Monaco is so hard because you literally just turn into the pit lane. You don't really go into it like you do at most pit lanes. So it's very easy to speed going into that pit lane. But as you can see, we've decided to go for the super soft tyres, not the softs, mainly because I thought if we got undercut, we didn't want to be on the soft compound tyres. And we've come out in traffic, just like the Spanish Grand Prix. We have the net lead still. We're ahead of Rosberg, Vettel, Hamilton, Raikkonen, Ricciardo, all of them. They're stuck in even more traffic because all these guys have started on the super soft tyres, apart from Gutierrez and Grosjean, who in fact started on the ultra softs. I can tell you, Felipe Massa has gone onto a two-stop. He's put ultra softs on again as Gutierrez is hitting us down into the Lowe's hairpin. What is he on? Is he crazy or something? Is it on the same lap now? We go through the C French chicane, the Nouvelle chicane. There's a piece of debris that's flown across our screen. Let's see a replay. We're on board with Nico Rosberg going through the tunnel. He's been hit by Massa. He's got front wing damage and a puncture, and he's hit Nico Hulkenberg down into the Nouvelle chicane and spun out Hulkenberg. Vettel's hit Hulkenberg as well as now on lap 17. We're side by side with Gutierrez going into Tabak. We've gone around the outside of Gutierrez into Tabak, and what a move that was. And that has got to be my best ever overtake on an F1 game as we go around the outside of Tabak. I know Gutierrez is on old ultra softs and in a much slower car, but that is a sensational move as we're now going through the C French chicane on lap 18. We now have the net lead. All those cars that started on the super soft have now pitted for the ultra soft tyres, I think. So they're going to be a real threat now, as we actually didn't go as long as we wanted on the ultra softs. We got forced into an early stop as now Fernando Alonso, with everyone being stuck in traffic, has got himself up into second place and he's challenging us now for the lead. There is a McLaren Honda legitimately challenging us for the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix. Is now on lap 25. We're going into Rascasse under heavy pressure. As you can see on the right hand side, we've knocked the front wing. I believe that was down at the Lowe's hairpin because of the understeer and how tricky that corner actually is, as we're having to defend a little bit from Alonso, as Rosberg is now out of the race. What has happened to Nico Rosberg here on lap 27 as we're going into the tunnel? Rosberg, who's been having a shocking race, it's about to get worse for him because he's had an engine failure through the tunnel. And as you can see here, I've paused the video and you can have a look at the pit boards on the right hand side. They are really cool. And behind Alonso and Vettel, this is the train. There's a Sauber, a Manor, a Force India, a Sauber, and then Kimi Raikkonen. And now we have a safety car deployed. This was for Nico Rosberg, just to let you know. It's pretty much after both of Rosberg's incidents. We had the VSC and then the safety car. Here is the safety car on lap 30. We were struggling with tyre wear. Because of our early stop, we were really struggling with the tyre wear, so the safety car helped us out in terms of tyre wear so much, as now the safety car is coming in at the back end of lap 30. We decided to stick with track position rather than do a 2015 Lewis Hamilton and then get swamped by cars on all the rubber. And bearing in mind, I'm pretty slow around Monaco. Alonso is a lot faster than us, so we've made a mistake into Anthony Noakes, as we've also lost the back end because of it. Alonso got all out of shape and he's under pressure now from Sebastian Vettel going down into Sandoval. We retain the lead on the safety car restart, but Alonso is getting back past Sebastian Vettel here on lap 31, and Ericsson now has passed Sebastian Vettel, and it was at this point Sebastian Vettel actually had car trouble. And we look at this, we have Rio Haryanto in 5th place at the moment in this race. And Ricciardo, Hamilton, Raikkonen and Massa, they're all down the field. But we have Rio Haryanto in 5th place. And then moments later, he's out of the race. What's happened to Rio Haryanto going through the tunnel on lap 31? Oh, he's lost his wheel on Vettel. Oh no, Vettel, as I said, having car problems, slowing down, has been clipped as we've made a mistake into Rascasse. We brushed the wall. Alonso is up our inside and he's got past into Anthony Noakes, the wily old fox, because of the safety car. There's also no DRS on this lap for either of us as we thunder down towards Sandoval. We go up the inside of Fernando Alonso. We run him out, hang him out to dry on the exit of Sandoval, and we retake the lead of the Monaco Grand Prix on lap 32. But Arianto, I can't believe it. Mana have thrown away some golden points in this race. As now on lap 33, we're having to defend once again from Fernando Alonso down into Sandoval. We hold the inside line. We have track position. I know we hit the ball on the exit, in fact, and we're looking not to lose any of our front wing, as we have now lost a piece of our front wing down at Lowe's. So we do have a few problems, as Alonso is now starting to attack us into the Nouvelle chicane. Instead of Sandoval. He's doing his best to try and get past us. We're now going through. Vettel is now out of the race as we go through the swimming pool now. We're on board with Magnussen. Vettel's been hit by Romain Grosjean. He's lost his wheel, and just like Rio Haryanto, there is no safety car for that. Somebody explained to me how 2 cars left at the exit of the tunnel does not constitute a safety car or a virtual safety car. I'll let you describe that one, as Alonso was attacking us again into Sandoval on lap 38, and now we're on the final lap going into Baku. These super soft tyres have really fallen off the cliff now. We're struggling and sliding like crazy as we almost hit the wall at the swimming pool, but we're under so much pressure from Fernando Alonso. Alonso, can he get McLaren Honda's first win as we go into Rascasse? We break early, we don't run wide this time, and we've only got one more corner to negotiate. And we get through Anthony Noakes. We're onto the pit straight. Oh my God, we're going to win the Monaco Grand Prix.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. There's been a league change at the top of the championship after a superb performance. And now I'd like to ask you, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Oh, maybe Marcus Ericsson? Yes, I think I'll commit to that one. Marcus Ericsson, fine job.
What a Grand Prix that was. We've taken the win in Monaco from Fernando Alonso and Marcus Ericsson. Sergio Perez is 4th. Pascal Wehrlein is 5th. Lewis Hamilton is 6th. Ricciardo only 7th. Massa on his 2 stop is 8th. Raikkonen is 9th. And Romain Grosjean is 10th. And the 2 Renaults just missing out on the points in 11th and 12th. But what a crazy race. With us winning it, and we now lead the drivers' standings. Alonso, I'm absolutely stunned with that race. It was a mental race, absolutely crazy. I don't think I've focused so hard on a race in my entire life. As we look at the Drivers' Championship, actually, we've got quite a comfortable buffer now with all our main rivals having a woeful Grand Prix. We have capitalised beautifully, and we now have a nice buffer in the World Championship going to the Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal. But yeah, in terms of pace, we weren't the quickest car this weekend. We weren't the quickest car in qualifying, but things went our way. And the same in the race. Alonso was quicker than us in the race, but we had track position, and it's brought us the victory in the end. Red Bull now lead the World Drivers' Championship. We've jumped Mercedes, and if you look down the grid, Renault bottom with no points, then it's Haas, then it's Mana. But Sauber are ahead of Mana because Rio Haryanto DNF'd and Marcus Ericsson got a podium. Let's just let that sink in. Marcus Ericsson's just got a podium in Formula 1. Absolutely mad. It was just a crazy race. I couldn't believe it. And just like we saw in Spain with Sainz getting on the podium, the 3-tyre rule has just made this game absolutely incredible. As we, in fact, despite the fact he didn't finish, Rosberg still beats us in the rivalry. Well, that sucks, doesn't it? But yeah, even though it says he apparently finished the race. Okay. Well, he finished the race in the barriers pretty much. But yeah, driver position, we're all good in that. Only because we failed to beat Nico Rosberg. Did we lose something? Here's our career score anyway. Whether you want to look into it or not, compare it, do whatever. It's neither here nor there. So yeah, Guys, that's been the Monaco Grand Prix. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. My weakest circuit on the F1 calendar has bought us a victory, an incredible victory. We've got 3 race wins out of 6 races. As you can see, we have a new trophy in our trophy cabinet, and we have a podium to our name in Spain. What can we do in Montreal? I cannot wait to see what we can do in Montreal. It's a track that I love. It's a great track. Whether the Red Bull will suit it, I don't know. But we have got an engine upgrade coming for that race. And guys, your support of this series in terms of views has been absolutely fantastic. Keep hitting that like button, keep watching these videos. It means so much. And the next part will be out next Saturday. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. If you're new, subscribe for more as well. And we're almost at 70 subs. So until next time, guys, I've been Callum Bird, Mr. F1 Radio. Until next time, guys, I will see you again. Goodbye.
And you make me feel like a rebel.